Hi and welcome to another video from AI Sciences. In this video, we are going to explore a very interesting aspect of Open CV and MediaPipe library. Instead of going for hand gesture detection and facial recognition, in this video, we will try to remove the background of the video using Open CV and MediaPipe. I'm your instructor Muhammad Ahmed from AI Sciences, and in this video, we will see that how we can read the image from the video, how we can extract the background or remove the background, and then how we can portray the new image. For this, we will be using OpenCV, MediaPipe, and we will be discussing the complete flow, and eventually we will be doing hands-on with that. If you are new to our channel, then just a brief introduction of the AI Sciences. That at the platform of AI Sciences, we are providing a lot of services regarding artificial intelligence and data science, including courses, including consultancies, and on-demand software development, product development, and whatnot. If you are interested in any of this, then do visit the links present in the description. So let's just begin. So most of you must be familiar with the concept of OpenCV, and we will see that when we will start using it in the code. The main thing in this video is MediaPipe library selfie segmentation module. So this module is basically responsible for providing you the way for extracting the image, for extracting all the aspects of the image, and then extracting the background out from the image, and then providing a solid color or providing a new image at the background of the image. So if you want to explore further, you can definitely search for it, and you definitely look for it. What's the requirements, and there are some other codes available over here as well. And if you want to dig deep into it, you are definitely more than welcome. And still, if you stuck at any point, we are here for you. Just let us know and we will guide you through this. Now, the main thing is what we are going to do in this lecture is that we will initially build the basic structure for reading the image, for reading the video from the webcam, and then extracting the image, then printing that image out. Then we will develop the create a segmenter that will separate the background and add the new background in the image, and then we will display it. Again, we will play with the colors and we will play with some images, and we will see that how we can change the image in the runtime. So if we go for the, okay, let me just open the PyCharm IDE. So here I actually already created the BG removal project. You can create a new project and you can name it anything. Just go for new project and you can name it anything and it will create the project for you. After here, you will get the main.py file and you will get the images. Inside this, actually, you won't get that by default. You definitely have to create a directory over here, and then you just need to put all your images over there. So go for new directory, name it images, and just drag and drop all the images that you have inside this. For me, I have these images, and if I just show you that if I go for Explorer, I have all these 4 images. Now for writing the code, the first thing is we have to make some imports. So we will go for import CV2. We need to import the CV zone. This is sort of an extension or sort of a modification of the CV2, so don't worry about it. We won't be using it that much, so you can just, for now, you can just simply write what I'm writing, and then when we will start using this, then this complete thing will start making sense to you. So we get the CV zone, and then next thing is we need to extract the selfie segmentation from CV zone. So we will be using the selfie segmentation of the CV zone module. So CV zone.selfie segmentation module, we need to import the selfie segmentation, and this is the segmenter that we will be using for changing the background of our image. Next is, if we just develop the basic idea that we used to do for reading the image from the webcam, and then okay, my IntelliSense somehow stopped working over here. Let's just write it. Capture, and I want to capture it from the 0, my default webcam, and then I need to go for while true. I need to just read the image by cap dot read, and it will provide me two things, whether the read went successful or not in the success variable, and if it went successful, I will be getting image over here. Then for displaying the image, we need to go for cv2.imshow, and inside this imshow, let's just make it actual video, and let's just display the image. That's it. Now for making it actually just to delay the loop, we are just putting some wait key over here. So we will go for cv2.wait key, and it will wait for one key press, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we run that, for running it, we need to go for the terminal over here, and then what we have to do, we have to just go for Python and main.py. So if we run it, it will just start the webcam, and yeah, now you can actually see the webcam is working fine. We are getting the input from the webcam, and we are just displaying all that stuff. Next thing is we have to just, okay, now we will be using this segmenter for extracting the, for actually taking the image that we are getting from this webcam and asking it to replace the background of that image with a solid color. And then in the next section, we will try to replace the background with an image. So we will create this segmenter, and we will go for, let's say, segmenter equals to selfie segmenter, and let's just put it as 1. Again, before moving further, let's just set the height and width for the frame. So we will go for capture.set, and we will make it 480. And the reason why I'm doing it, I will explain it in a moment, because over here this thing is sort of mandatory. So we set the height and the width for the frame that we were seeing. Then we created the segmenter for selfie segmentation, and we provided it with the model 1. We can go for 0 as well, we can go for 1 as well. It will just change the underlying model, and I don't want to go in the depth of all that technical thing. It will just deviate from the actual concept or actual theme of the video. So if you want, you can go for the documentation and explore it at your own end. Now, after going through this, let's just go for creating another image, img2, that will go for that will take this segmenter, and inside this segmenter, it will go for remove background function. Inside this, it will take the image of which we want to remove the background, which is this image that we are currently getting, and then we can provide a solid color. So let's just make it white. So 255, 255, and 255. Then here comes the threshold. So for the threshold, if we make it 0, it will not overlay this color or this image on top of this image. And if we go for 1, which is the maximum, we won't be seeing this actual image, and we will only get this particular overlaid image. So we have to, you actually have to decide based on your scenario that what is your acceptable threshold. Usually the 0.6 or 0.5 is considered as acceptable threshold. Okay, now if we go for, actually instead of displaying two separate images, what we can do, we can use CVZone library to stack the images, and then instead of getting two separate images, we will be getting one image that we can display. Otherwise, we have to just drag and drop and adjust the images accordingly to see what's happening. So for that, we will go for the CVZone, and we go for stack images, and inside the stack images, we need to get the image, we need to get the second image, and we need to provide the number of rows and the number of we need to only get the 2 columns, and then for the scale, we are good with the 1. It will provide us with, let's say, image stack variable, and instead of going for this actual, we can go for image stack. Perfect. So now if we again run it, hopefully instead of getting one image, we will be getting two images, and the first image will be the actual image and the second image, yeah, over here. So yeah, this is on this side, this image is basically the actual one. On the yeah, it would be your left, and for the right one I'm getting the image with the background, with the white background. And if you want to play along with this, you can just change the color over here, and it will just do the magic for you. Next thing is that after going for the after removing the background and just putting a hard-coded color, now we will try to extract a image, read a image, and we will try to manipulate the background with the new red image. So let's just go for let's just make it new image or BG image. Let's just make it that. Now currently we are just working on the single image, and then we will induce multiple images. So we will go for cv2 dot read imread, and inside this imread I need to provide the path for my images. So it will go like images, and inside that let's just read this image. So we go for shift F6 and just copy this name from here. Inside this images, just paste it over here. Now if we copy this statement from here, and now for this segmenter we are using this segmenter, we are asking it to remove background, we are providing the image, and over here instead of providing this thing, we will be providing the BG image. That's it. Now when I will run it, I will get an exception. The reason for that exception is that this image is basically of different dimensions, and this image over here that we are getting is of different dimension. So if I may just print the BG image, and I print the image dot shape to get the dimensions of my image. So if I okay, so now if I run it, you will notice that we will get the exception. Okay, BG image not found. Just a second. Okay, my bad. So if we, so here we are getting this image with these dimensions, which is BG image, this one. So the dimension for this is 563 and 800, and the dimension for this is 480 and 640. So that's why it's not working, and we are getting this exception all over here again, that it cannot actually broadcast together the two images with different dimensions. It is unable to overlay the images. So for that, to fix that, we have to, let's just remove this. Now we don't need it. Now what we have to do, we have to just reshape the image. So we will take this BG image again, and we will go for BG image dot resize. Okay, we need to go for cv2 dot resize, and for the resize we will take this BG image variable, the variable that contains our image, and then we need to provide the actual dimensions, which is 640 by 480. Now if we run it, hopefully, yeah, now if we run that, we provided the image, we are resizing the image, and then we are just asking it to, yeah. So we are getting this image over here, and you can notice that my hand is sort of is when I go outside my body, this hand is being detected, is not being detected by the MediaPipe library. So the reason for that is quite obvious, that we have to manipulate the threshold based on some predetermined ideas, that we have to get this type of threshold, then we can work around with that, and this one is comfortable for us. We have to just do some brainstorming over here. So if I may go for 0.5, 0.4, it will just change this particular thing for me. So let's just make it 0.6 over here. So at this moment we have actually removed the background of the image and we are successfully seeing the image over here. Next thing is we have to, although this thing is sort of an sort of optional thing, you can skip it, but now what we will do, we will try to read all the images and we will try to develop the basic structure that will change the image on runtime. So if we go for print the OS, okay, let me just import this OS over here. So OS library is basically used to, over here we will be using it for extracting the directories. Now if we go for list dir, and inside that we provide the path images, it will just provide us with all the images name that are available inside this. So if we run it, and we are getting the name of the first image, name of the second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth. Now what we will do, we will just iterate on all these images. We will create a list in which we will save all these images, and then we will be using those images over here based on some indexing. So we go for let's say bg images, make it an empty list, and then we go for img in this. We go for bg images and okay, dot append cv2 dot imread, and inside that we will provide a string that contains the images, and then that contains the actual actual image. Now what we are doing, we are just creating a list that contains all the images that are available inside this images directory. That's it. That's what we are doing. Now to check it that whether we are getting the total images or not, we can go for getting the length of the bg images, and hopefully we will be getting the total number of count, which is 4. Yeah, we are getting the 4. Next thing is, if we declare, if we want to actually iterate over it, we have to declare an index variable that will access this bg images and provide it over here. Now we don't also need this thing over here, and we can go for image, okay, bg images, and we can provide the index, which is image index. Now it will just access that image, resize it, and we will be getting that image over here. So by default it's 0, and if we run that, we are getting the background with the 0, and if for testing purpose we make it as, let's say, 2, okay, let's just make it 1, because we have already seen the third image, so let's just make it 1 now. And hopefully this will work. This is working perfectly fine as well. Now next thing is we have to devise a way for extracting or for moving along with all this. So for that we need to just access this with the key variable, that whatever key we are pressing we will be get inside this variable. Then we will check at this level that if key is equals to ord. So ord is basically a Python function that will provide us with the ASCII of A, and we are checking that if we have pressed the A. So for A I want to go to the left of the images, and for D I want to go to the right images. So if it is, we need to go for image index and just -1 from it. Next thing is, if key is equals to ord of D, so if I press the D key, I want to increase the index by 1. Now here there is a sort of a bottleneck scenario. The issue is that if I'm already at the 0th, which is in this case, which currently I am, and if I go for A, it will make it -1. And when we go for accessing the index -1, you know it will raise the exception because it does not provide us with that. So then, okay, if we go for -1, actually it's going to wrap around it. We will be getting the -1 image, but as soon as we again go for -1, -1, -1, there will be a point where we will actually get over from the particular image for the particular array. So if we go for Python console, and here, if I may show you with a list of items with 1, 2, and 3, right? Let's just make it 1, 2, and 3. And if I go for x of 0, I will be getting this thing. If I go for x of -1, -2, -3, and now if I go for -4, I'm getting the exception. So that's what we have to manage over here. Now I'm not going to do the negative iteration over here. So what we can do, we can just check it that if we have already pressed the A, and if index is not equals to 0, then we want to decrease it. Otherwise we just need to move further. And over here, if we are at this point, we have to check that if image index is already at the 0, 1, 2, 3. If it's not on the 3, then we need to just go for it. Now instead of going for less than equal to not equal to, it's better to go for less than and greater than. So here we are checking that if the user have pressed A and the current image index is actually greater than 0, then we can just decrease it to 1 because it's already greater than 0, and if it is 0, it won't allow us to further decrease it. Same will happen over here, that if the image index is less than 3, so if it's 2, it will make it 3, but when it's 3, it will not allow us to move any further. And then over here, we are just using this image index to extract the image, and we are using this image over here. So now if we run it again, now if we go for A, okay. So for the A, it is moving the images to this direction, and when I'm on the first image and then I'm going for A, it is not providing me anything. And then if I'm pressing the D, it is moving me to the right side of the images. So that's how this complete thing works. And I hope that you develop the idea. I hope that you develop the understanding that how we can work around this, how we can tweak the minor things, because it's not mandatory that you always get the accurate results over here. But still, we are getting most out of it. Still, if I would highly recommend you to play along with this and explore this. And still, if you get along with any errors, any exceptions, anything, you need any help, then we are here for you. Just let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that as soon as possible. Also, please do subscribe to our channel AI Sciences and do hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of our upcoming videos. Again, I will see you in the next video.